Hello, thank you for tuning into this section of reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. This section of reads should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. I'll put the stuff like the decks and the dice below that information. Besides that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? I could go either way. You got an Earth card here, crowning the situation. And it is the Devil, but the thing is, Devil can talk about Capricorn energy. Capricorn is compatible with Taurus, so it's kind of like in the land of question mark. Like, is this going? Which way is this going? Which way is this going for Taurus? Still don't know. Even looking at the cards after, we got to go through the whole reading to find out. Because these cards, it depends on what you're dealing with and how you feel about it, honestly. The fact that we got hot and cold, a lot of hot and cold energy. So I'm getting something about expectations. Somebody just flat out lied to you. They lied, but why did they lie? Why did they lie does make a difference. In the sense of like, well, what's coming next? Because if you know why they lied, it can help you realize, okay, well, that's why they lied before. If this situation comes in again, probably going to lie to me again. Usually when you break the trust with Taurus, though, it's just done. At least that's my impression of Taurus. Once somebody breaks their trust with you and you're just like, I can't trust you, it's usually just a done deal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I sound... I've heard some say, well, it could take a lot of work, but they could possibly get it back. And then I've asked a couple, I was like, has that ever happened? And one person just didn't answer me. So I don't know. I didn't push it after that. Like, has anybody ever, like, gotten their trust back? Like, has that ever happened? They just didn't answer. So I just left it alone. They lied to you, though. There was a good point with this situation, but somebody didn't tell you the truth. And I kind of keep feeling like once the trust was broken, I don't know, I just kind of feel like, because you got the Emperor reversed, which to me that's a liar. The Emperor, because the Emperor is very much about the truth, but you have it reversed. In this situation, I'm getting like a liar. I'm getting the King of Cups was why they did it, and the Ace of Cups there, like, they wanted you to like them, they wanted you to be in their life or something like that, but they told you a lie to do it. I don't know. This has caused a lot of problems, and I feel like I'm always second guessing with this person ever since. Kind of like, well, you lied about that. What else are you lying about? I don't know what to say about that. It's just, everybody's different, but earth signs, and Taurus is an earth sign, once you break that trust, that's hard to fix. That can be very hard to fix. I feel like I'm trying to get a better scope about the whole situation. I don't want to give it up, but at the same time, like, the Devil card is here kind of like, it is what it is, and I've seen how it's played. Like, I feel like, I just don't know. Like, I'm not going to let myself be a fool here when I already know this person, when they want what they want, they'll lie to get it. And they've lied directly, bold-face, happily to my face. And I bought it. But shame on, lie to me once, shame on you. Lie to me twice, shame on me. So, or I don't think I said that saying exactly how it's normally said, but you get the point. I feel like you're in the process of trying to understand, can I be okay with this? There's a lot of soul searching going on for you. I don't want to let go, but at the same time, I'm not really sure I can ever be comfortable here again. A lot of soul searching with this. Can I be okay with this? Don't want to let go, but I don't know if this is for me at the same time. I don't know. Really struggling with it is what I'm getting. Maybe this makes better sense now that we're here. The situation is technically looks good on paper, but I don't feel confident with it. It's kind of like if you don't take this one piece into account, it looks great. But if you take that one piece into account, that's a pretty heavy piece. That's a pretty heavy piece. And when I say it looks good on paper, like there may be things in this situation that just and the other person knows or whatever, and it's very private. And you're like, I don't share that with everybody. So for other people, they have no idea. And you're like, and they don't need to. That's my business. It's not their business, it's my business. So it's almost like on the outside it looks really good. On paper it looks really good, but you're like, yeah, but there's this piece. And this piece is quite heavy. Quite heavy. Okay, so what's the next evolution? Because what's the next evolution? Because I feel like I just can't get over it. Which basically means something has to happen here. There has to be another evolution. Doesn't mean you have to let go of anything, but what do I need to do to regain peace with this situation? With the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're coming up to a point in the road where you're like, all right, person who lied to me, bold-faced, I'm not happy about it. I feel like I don't feel like I'm throwing insults at anybody, but I am reminding them, like, you did this. You made that choice, fully well aware that of what you were doing. And I'm not throwing insults, but I'm like, I need you to understand the impact where I'm just not going to be able to get over that. I'm just not going to be able to. And I'm giving this person, it's more than likely a person, I'm giving a chance here. And like, you know what? There has to be some work on this. And you're going to have to meet me halfway or this isn't going to work. Or I'm just not going to be able to do this. Because it bothers me too much. So much time has passed since then. And maybe that's what somebody else is thinking. Like, oh, but Taurus, so much time has passed. Can't you just let it go? Clearly not. Clearly not. No matter if I want to or not, I can't. It's just not going to happen. So I feel like you're giving an opportunity here. There's this weird energy is kind of like one way to give this offer, because I feel like you're just going to do it. One way to do it is to just kind of like, there it is. Let me know what you think. And just kind of walking away and kind of like, here's the offer. Whatever. You decide if you're going to work with me or not, because I can't do this. I can't get over it. You're the one who made the mistake. This is the offer. This is what needs to happen if we're going to continue going on down this road. At some point it shows up, this offer shows up. You can just present it and then walk away and let them stew with it if you want. I'm not really sure that's going to work to your best advantage. This is just a possibility. There's another possibility. Taurus, in my opinion, is very known for holding on and kind of like, you don't get involved in things to fail. You get involved in things to see it through to the end and to win what you expect to win from it. It's going to be crunchy. It's going to be a crunchy situation. There's not really a smooth sailing part of this. Instead of just presenting it, this is what it is. Either work with me or sorry. Which seems to be some of you, I feel like, because you're upset with it, it's just something you can't let go of. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But then another option is kind of like, all right, this is crunchy. I'm not able to let this go. So part one is getting the other, it's probably a person, getting the other person to acknowledge that at the very least, you're not going to be able to let this go without some type of resolution. Like this is going to crash and burn at some point if they don't help you work this out. And because they're the one who made the mistake, they need to put in at least half the effort. Letting them know that you want this to heal, you just don't know what that looks like, but you want it to. That might be part two. Part three might be like, this is what I think would work for me, but I'm not sure if we go down that road. It's going to depend how it feels for me. I have to feel what that's like. I have to see how that actually sits with me. There might be another evolution where it has to be edited or redone. Because I don't really know if that's going to work. I would like it to, but there might be some working this out. There might be coming to the middle. There might be other possibilities. This says stay focused, hold the course. Letting this energy know that you're in this for the long haul, and if they're willing to meet you at least halfway, if it's fixable, it'll get fixed. If it's fixable, you'll definitely do your part to try to help this heal. This, whatever this situation is, especially if it's a lie, I just feel like the other person can't just fix it on their own. It's something where it's going to be a 50-50 thing to like give the opportunity, them working with it, stuff like that. I'm not saying anything is fair. I'm just saying if it's going to actually heal, that's what it's going to take, is what I'm getting. Take it with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. You know how that goes. This person has to sit in their truth. But they have to sit in their truth. And in the sense of like, if I have this conversation and I put in that energy, like I just said, like, let's have a conversation. This is how I feel. How do you feel? Almost like a little bit of volleying back and forth. After that's done, it's not about you backing up, because I don't feel like you need to do that. You just hold your position where you're going to be. You should be fine. They might actually recoil from you for a little while. Ironically, that might be a good thing. I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but if they choose to pull back after that, they have to sit in their truth, is what I'm getting. There's another card here which I haven't shown. Because I feel like they're going to recoil, and they have to think, like, can they do this? How important is this to them that this works out? Do they understand the level that this went to for you to approach them the way you did and to give this opportunity? This is not a small thing for Taurus to give an opportunity like this. This is not a small thing. Because it's kind of like they're going to have to, I feel like they're going to recoil. They're going to kind of take some time to themselves, which is ironic because I feel like I was giving some energy here where it's kind of saying, well, if you kind of put it out there and recoil, it may not go to your advantage. But if you put it out there and kind of sit with it and keep engaged with it, but then they recoil, ironically, that might work because they need to think about it. You've done all the thinking. You've done a lot of thinking. You know how you feel. You've gone through it. You've felt through it. You've been trying. You've been trying. They need to take their time. They need to do the same. I don't think they have. And this might be a moment where they're fully realizing that what they did was very devastating for you and very upsetting. It's not a little thing to you. It's not just like, oh, I guess it's fine. Bygones be bygones. No, it's not how this feels. If this reading is hitting, that is not how this feels. So they may have to recoil and really have to sit with that, kind of like, I hurt Taurus, and Taurus is not going to just be able to let this go. It's not like you can't choose to. You just actually can't. It's just not who you are. Part of the beauty of who Taurus is to kind of like have a foundation and things that make sense on this foundation, and they screwed up the foundation. It's going to take a lot of work to fix that foundation. Okay, let me do the dice on this because they have to make a choice. All right. Whatever this is, okay, they have to make a choice. And like these are going different ways. They can either do it and talk it out and work it out and put in the work. This is just what it's going to take for this to heal for you, for this to be okay. And there's a possibility here. I don't see any guarantees. There's possibility. That's one way they could go with it. They might be like, you know what, Taurus, I don't understand why you have to hold this above me for the rest of my life. I just feel like if you can't get over it, there's nothing I can do. And they might bolt. They might. Whatever way they choose, the energy they have here with the Oracle card is kind of like realizing that you gave this person, because I get for most of you, it's a person. You gave them every opportunity. You tried what you could. You were honest with how you felt about it, and you tried to heal it. But this is a 50-50 situation. You can't just fix it by yourself. If they're not going to meet you halfway, there's nothing you can do. So they're saying, like, presenting this opportunity, doing the best you can with it, trying to stay engaged with it. They will recoil. When they return back, it's either they're ready to work through it, they're ready to put in the effort, okay, let's do this. Or I feel like it's going to be hot cold. It's either going to be they're in it to win it, or they're like, this is too much for me, I think you're too much, I gotta go. It's realizing that you did everything you could and just kind of accepting that they're the one who made the first initial mistake, and then if they're deciding to give up, that's also on them. I don't know. I don't think this is a bad reading. I don't know how y'all are feeling about it. Hopefully it came through in a positive way, because I feel like, again, this is one of those readings, like, it's either there or it's not. Watching this reading isn't causing this situation to happen. It's either there or it's not. And I feel like they're saying, realizing that you have a big heart, there's only so much you can do for people, though. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.